So we're working on walking, and one of the things with her is that when she kind of catches something and wants to go there, you can see right here, she just digs in harder to go. So I'm having to kind of brace against her. So what that means is that she probably, when she starts pulling on the leash, if she pulls harder, she gets to go where she wants. And a lot of times that's really common when you have to walk dogs to go to the bathroom and stuff, because you've got to get somewhere, you've got trying to go back inside, and it's a little bit harder to be consistent right from the start, especially if she has certain things that she really likes to do. So here, good. She started pulling on the leash, and when she started pulling on the leash, I stopped and I didn't let her get to keep moving forward while she was pulling on the leash. So she had to, instead of digging in harder, she had to give into that pressure and back off before we would keep going. Now this is just really informal. If I was really doing a lot of loose leash walking training, I would do other things, but I'm just trying to find some workable things that can maybe help make things a little bit better for you guys without doing a full, not good girl, not pulling on leash anymore program, because I think that's going to be a little bit more than you probably have the bandwidth to do right now. But I do think with this long line, you can make some progress. So the first step is just getting her, when she sees something that she wants, and good girl, kind of her first instinct is to just pull harder to get there, to get her to give into that pressure. Good girl. So she's already starting to, and then the next step off of that, you can see that leash got tight, and then instead of digging in more, good, she's turning back to me now. Before, face, come on. Before she would just dig in harder and pull harder. So here she's still pulling, so we're not going to keep going forward. I'm going to wait till she gives into that pressure and turns back to look at me. So you can see there's slack on the line now. Good, okay. She was following phase, but whatever, I'll take it. So if I feel any tension, I'm going to stop. So I'm looking to get her to not just dig in and pull harder. And then eventually good girl, what I'm looking for is that she'll start to pay a little bit more attention to where the end of that line is. Good girl. Hi. Good. Come on. She'll start to pay attention to where the end of that line is and give into that pressure herself before she hits it. Good. Again, this is a really kind of modified minimum kind of program, just to try to see if we can improve it a little bit without having to put a lot of extra things that you need to learn and work on and train, since you have to take her out so much. So if you can at least get her to, good girl, when she feels the pressure of that leash, not pull harder to keep going, but instead give into that pressure a little bit, that can make your life, good girl, a lot easier. So next time I'll carry some treats with me, and anytime she checks in with me like that, like looks at me, I'm going to tell her she's good, or say yes. And so there she's pulling that. Good, excellent, good. And give her a treat for checking in with me, because if she's checking in with you more, she's not going to be pulling on that leash as much, because she's going to keep looking to see where you are. So again, my criteria, come on, she wants to be everybody's friend. My criteria right now is that as long as there's no tension on the leash, we get to keep moving forward. Come on, you can't be in the street. If she has any tension on that leash, so right now it's really slack, if she puts any tension on that leash, like right there, I stop. Good girl. Wait till there's slack in the leash. Come on, we gotta go this way. And then we start moving forward again. So next time, I didn't get any video at the beginning of this walk, but she's already doing a lot better. I'm sure, when they get a little tired too, it's a little easier for them. So I wanted to take her out and assess how she was and what she was doing and where she was at, and see if it would be something that we could work on and make a little progress with. So I do think that with this long line, you can get it to a manageable level for both of you, where it's pleasant enough to walk her without putting a lot of without having to put a ton of effort into doing the training and the consistency and everything. So I think you can make some progress anyway, without having to put too much into it. And so we will finish our walk.